Hi, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Boy, I'm feeling like there's a lot going on today, and so maybe let's just start this whole conversation by taking a second and having a deep breath in and just letting it go. I don't know about you, but there's always plenty of things going on in my life, distractions and just a lot of decisions to make. And so it's nice to set aside a moment to be able to connect, right? And focus on this mindfulness and well-being. So I'm really glad you're here. I wanted to share something that I think is pretty cool. I've been learning about biofield tuning and working with tuning forks. This is what my training's in, this is what I'm certified in, and this is the kind of work I do with clients. And this fork in particular is one that I wanted to share with you today because it's the frequency of 852 hertz. And it has the properties of helping us enhance our intuition and connecting with our higher self. And that's back to our, conversation that we had previously about, we've got our awareness here in this 3D, reality. But if we can connect with that broader, wiser aspect of all that we are, all that we have been, and all that we ever will be, we can gain perspective, right? From a higher perspective. And that helps with the choices we make going forward in life. So let's take a listen. It sounds sweet. It just sounds really pure and sweet. There's nothing to do. Just notice how it sounds. Receive the frequency. I'll do it one more time just because. Yeah. What a great way to start our conversation today. That's really fantastic. I don't know where you're noticing it or how you're feeling it, but it just feels sweet to me. It just feels really, really sweet. And speaking of sweet, previously we talked about the idea of being consciously aware of our vibration and different things that we do in our lives that might contribute to raising our vibration, and it might contribute to, lowering our vibration or keeping it low. And it's all about bringing, and it's happening whether you're aware of it or not, right? The choices that we make, the things that we do, it is affecting our vibration level. So what I'm suggesting, and this is the invitation, and this is the work that I've been doing, is to bring conscious awareness to this fact. And one of the things I talked about several different things that we can do intentionally to help raise our vibration. And I'm not coming from a place of, oh, we always need to be positive, we always need to be up, we always need to be, joyful and ignoring all the other stuff. What I'm saying is that like a strong energy field, right? We want to feed and nourish this strong, supportive energy field. And that has us feel more vital. It has us feel more healthy. It has us be more present to the joy and the goodness that's in life. And when we're strong in that way, we can better share that with others. And that's the magic right there. But one specific way that we can contribute to a strong and high vibration is through practicing gratitude and appreciation. And it's kind of curious that that didn't occur to me yesterday. And that's why I had said, wow, I know there's a lot of different things that we can do. And I hope, you took a second to write down some of the things that came to mind for you. And you probably, maybe some of you wrote down gratitude as well. But it's so powerful that I wanted to talk about that just specifically today. And if you've been on Instagram or Facebook and things like that, there's all different kinds of people out there encouraging you to do these practices of gratitude. And it's because it's so incredibly effective. I mean, it's just unbelievably effective. I think the problem that we run into is that when we're not in that space, like when we're feeling off, when our energy's really low, when we're feeling down and depressed, or maybe, really sick and we can't muster things up, it might be really hard to make that leap to gratitude. Well, it's hard to make the leap to joy, but one of the steps that we can take to get us to feeling better is to take a moment and bring conscious awareness to anything that we can be grateful for or have appreciation for. And sometimes, it's basic. It's like, I'm really grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I have people in my life who love and care about me. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have a safe place to sleep at night. I'm grateful that I was able to have food, that I've got food in my refrigerator and that I've got food, in my cupboard. I'm grateful that I have my physical ability, that I can move, that I can walk, or that I can see, or that I can smell. Now that's one right there. Wow, if that isn't a sense or an ability that's so easy to take for granted, what a wonderful challenge that would be, is to spend, a little bit of time, like take a day. Hey, today I'm going to just really notice how much joy I get from the ability to smell, right? Just that sense alone. Think about flowers, think about fresh air, think about candles, think about, the smell of babies or puppies or food burning, right? To remind you that you've left something on the stove. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this practice of gratitude. It's bringing conscious awareness to the things that are around us and constantly supporting us and a part of our life experience that we completely take for granted. And by bringing our awareness to those things and offering them appreciation and gratitude, wow, that's all it takes. It really, it moves you one rung up the ladder and one rung up the ladder to a place, to a point of feeling better. And sometimes maybe we need, I think the term that came to mind to me was we just need something that can crack that shell. Because when I'm angry, positional, when I've got all these thoughts going on in my head about a conversation that I had or something that's happening at work, and I'm like really on it, some of the things that I can do that will help crack that to get me back on my path of wanting to be in appreciation is thinking about, well, my grandchildren, but you can think about babies, right? There's all kinds of pictures of babies and small children out there on the internet that are just so incredibly adorable. They really pull my heartstrings. And if that's not the thing for you, I bet you know what is the thing for you. So perhaps it's beauty, maybe it's art or flowers, maybe it's just puppy dogs, or a kitty cat or cute little llamas or something like that. But identify what your thing is, right? And then when you're in that space of just not what feels good and not where you want to be, think about that and let that be the crack, so that then you can focus on that for a second, putting your awareness on your heart center, and then intentionally think of 3 to 5 things that you can have appreciation for and gratitude for. I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a number of years. I don't know, a couple decades or so, if not more. And and one of the things I'm so grateful for is sunshine. I love the warmth of the sun on my face, and I just really, really love sunshine. Now that's something we all can have access to, and blue skies, things like that. So if you find that you're in a place where you can't think of anything to be grateful for, look again and go back to these. What am I taking for granted, right? I guarantee you that there's something there that you might just be not consciously aware of, or that you might be taking for granted, and focus on that, because it will be the pebble that leads you to the next good feeling thought, and that feeling, and you'll notice it when you're in a state of depression or anger or upset, or just feeling numb. You'll notice, if you tune in and really focus, you'll notice that it feels a little better, a little lighter. And then it's all about frequency. So you've brought in the intentionality, and you've brought in the conscious awareness of it. And so now the third secret, element to this is frequency. And maybe you do it every morning when you wake up. Maybe you do it every evening before you go to sleep. I find that I forget. I just get lost in the days and the routines and things like that. So I'm not so good at that. But what does work for me is to put a timer on my phone. Maybe it goes off, every hour, 3 times a day, whatever. And when that timer goes off, that that's your reminder to take a moment, and we're talking about just seconds here, and consciously think of 3 to 5 things that you have appreciation for and that you're grateful for. And it really does, it changes your life. Another reminder for me, another little prompt is when I see numbers. So I see 1111 all the time. My wife's birthday happens to be on 9/11. So isn't that weird, right? It was her birthday long before it became an ominous day in our history. But we seem to see 9/11 all the time. Maybe it's 222, maybe it's 444, whatever those number sequences are for you that you always notice. Take that as your reminder from the universe to be like, boom, step back, take just a second. What am I grateful for right now? And I think you'll find that it very quickly and is very effective at raising your vibration. And at least, we go off on tangents sometimes for, different things that happen. Maybe, you're driving and there's this upsetting thing that happens, the driver's around you, or at work, or an argument with somebody. Those things happen. We have those emotions flare up, and that's all fine, but we can get quicker back to being on the path that that will bring us alignment and balance and harmony in our lives, so that we can be in the flow, which is something that we can talk about later in another conversation, because being in the flow is pretty cool. All right, so that's the thought for today. And so the writing prompt that I'm going to be using is, what am I grateful for? And maybe if that feels like too much of a stretch for you, how about what could I be grateful for? What can I be grateful for? Something like that, right? But be in action. Take the steps and do it. You have the power. It is all there within you, and I believe in you. All right. So we'll be back after our meditation. Okay. How was that for you? I personally had a little bit of a hard time settling down. It might be that I have a cup of coffee sitting here with me. I think probably I should do hot water next time, because it really, I don't know, I just felt, it took me a long time to like settle down and connect and kind of just feel that peaceful kind of feeling. Some of the things I did to help myself get to that is like what we had talked about, thinking about things that are 100% for me, that are going to open that crack. So my grandchildren, my daughters, things like that, they just bring me immediate peace and warmth to my heart. But the other thing that I also did was I just kind of started mentally listing some of the things that I'm grateful for. And I feel like that brought me down to a little bit of peacefulness, so that I could get into my meditation more. I did see some purple, so that was really cool. I really appreciated that, and it felt really good. But it just took me a little bit to settle down. So, all right, there we go. Super quick and easy. Here we are, like 15 minutes. It's all it takes to help support you in having a better day, right? And a better day equals a better week, and a better month, and a better life. So, all right. I love you very much. Thank you for being here, and be the light.